where we're at. Native American people have always begun with respect for all of life and all of the differences that each one of us have.
We're here at the Star Knowledge Conference in Estes Park with Rainbow Eagle from the Choctaw. And Rainbow Eagle, please tell us what you've just explained to us earlier today about your work spreading the knowledge of the elders.
Okay. It's been my privilege to be able to travel on over 35 reservations, United States and Canada, and to gather the kinds of things that are remembered by our elders up to this moment. And I'm always learning. And in the course of my journeys, a person known to the Anishinaabe / the Ojibwe called me to his home in Upper Michigan for 2 wintry visits, where he taught me the ancient peace shield teachings that is over 1,500 years old. That occurred about 25 years ago. I have been gathering the information and teaching and not realizing that I would eventually take the position of what's called the Seventh Fire Peace Shield Teacher and present the ancient teachings that's taught through this shield. What makes this shield unusual is that it invites the truths of all nations and all spiritual circles to come into a sharing table, to receive respect for what that truth is all about. And so I found myself realizing that I was participating in the fulfillment of prophecy known as the Seventh Fire prophecy, that a time would come when Native American people need to take courage to share their gifts and their truths to the rest of the human family. And that time occurred in 1978 in this very place, Estes Park. The elders were called together, and out of that, the Congress, United States Congress, passed a Religious Freedom Act that now opened up this season to share with the rest of the human family the kinds of things that we feel like the human family needs to have to walk into the future with complete optimism and hope and faith that the Creator is truly very much aware of our reaching for spirituality. And it takes the truth of this land and the truths that come to this land to get us all prepared for this next journey into the future. Now, this particular conference is unique, I feel like, because it's opening up another doorway of truth. Not only the doorway of what is remembered now and that which is found in the ancient peace shield, but the doorway to what's called star knowledge, that many of our Native American people have had origin stories that began elsewhere. That being that they came from here.
The 7 sisters, the Pleiades.
Yes. In their origin stories, they know that they came from elsewhere, from some star systems. Now, some of their nations are feeling okay about being from the Pleiades or the 7 sisters, and that's fine. The information doesn't have to be that accurate, only to know that they have come here with a special mission to remind Earthwalkers to take care of this land, to take care of this space. And that if we don't do that, especially now in the 7th fire, then we are heading to a different kind of a future than what we know can happen. So we are here to open up more knowledge that can help bring things back into balance, back into harmony. And we're ready to speak to that now. Not only the star knowledge, but our own personal knowledge of our relationship with what people call extraterrestrials. We call them our star family and star people. And this particular conference is new to me in that I have begun to open up and reveal my personal experience and relationship with the star family and what they would want to explain about how we are to not just survive, but to walk into the future with joy and optimism.
Speaking of which, many religious beliefs, many belief systems throughout the world have a gloom and doom prophetic attitude about the future. And there are, at the same time, people that feel that the future itself can be molded and created in every moment, and that nothing is particularly written in granite, that in other words, we can shape our future by learning and by waking up now.
Well, this is what not only revealing my personal journey with the star nations, but bringing the prophecy, bringing the awareness that we have already been where we are now, and that we have prophecies that can lead us in a lot more optimistic way from this point on. And one of the prophecies is that we can change the kinds of things the natural forces are going to be making their effort on Mother Earth. But we can change that. We have a 5-comet prophecy, and 2 of those comets have already come. We know what, because of the past prophecies, what's going to occur from here on in a natural way. We would like to be able to see our spiritual action make some alterations and modify some of the earth changes that are before all of us. And so we have those prophecies that can help one of the great emphasis is that we individually must increase our spiritual development.
So we must wake up to who we are and to the power that we have to
That's
create,
right.
but also to use it wisely and with responsibility so that we don't destroy ourselves.
Well, I have to give some encouragement with the word destroy. Native American people have a real gift to offer humanity, and that is that life goes on and on and on, that there is no real destruction of any part of life. It merely relocates, takes another form, goes elsewhere, because we don't believe in death. We believe that we only change worlds, we change dimensions, we change reality, because we are here on this earth space to learn our lessons so that we can get back to the side of the Creator. It's our belief that we began at the side of the Creator and that we are here in this earth space to learn our lessons so that we can feel much more comfortable and desiring to be in the presence of the Creator all the time and to help with the Creator's work. So there is no destruction, there's no idea that things are going to be an end, because there's always something that's just before us that we need to take a look at.
So everything is embraced in a positive outlook of unity.
You betcha. We have in our old ancient stories times of complete peace and harmony. It's called the world of love in the Seneca tradition. In the tradition that has been entrusted with me, this first fire was a time of complete joy and harmony.
This is first fire.
With all of the creation and with all of the universal family. We know a time when we were completely in balance with all of life. And so we know that that's going to happen again. It's always ever before us if we choose spirituality as our main objective of life and returning back to the side of the Creator.
So you travel quite a bit, and you've also been brought under the studies of some of the elders of different nations. Tell us a little bit more about how this came about for you.
Well, in my journeys, for some reason, the elders needed a young person to give their gifts to. even if it wasn't a part of the nation. They saw in me the gifts of being able to explain, to be able to teach. I come from a family of teachers, and so I can bring things to focus and to bring clarity and to bring integrity to the teachings, and to bridge that gap that has plagued our native people, because they have to interpret from their language into the English language the teachings that they would like to be able to teach. And so from that I received a vision, a personal vision that guided me to what I was supposed to do, and that was get prepared, go visit the elders, bring a sense of community to spirituality, and to be able to teach and explain and become a small member in this seventh fire prophecy, that I was someone significant to be a part of this.
So what's in store for you in 1998? Will you be traveling around quite a bit?
I have traveled for the last 5 or 6 years, and have moved now to New Mexico at the request of Spirit. 3 years ago in that move, Spirit said that you need to do this even without any kind of a job or anything of a promise of going to that land space. And as a result of that, Spirit said, now you need to write a book about this ancient peace shield and your journeys and what you have learned. And so I have put that together now. Spirit said I had 4 months to write that in.
What's the title of the book?
The book is Universal Peace Shield of Truths, as revealed by Rainbow Eagle 7th Fire Peace Shield teacher. And so now I don't have to do as much running around to teach. Now this is going to provide a good foundation of spirituality. The reason why there needs to be a foundation set is that our ancient ones say that the Native American spirituality and the spirituality of the Aborigines and of the African ancient ones are the real star knowledge that came from elsewhere and is to now be placed into this truth of this planet. So that lays a foundation for the next journey that we as Earthwalkers have before us, that we are going to have more company, that we are going to make more connections with life elsewhere. I know this is a very, very kind of a uncomfortable feeling to be able to try and lay before humanity that we have a journey that is beyond this earth space, but it is there.
Yet humanity is a little bit closer to accepting it than those days when he thought he was the center of the universe and the sun and all the moon and stars revolved around him. So
that's right.
We've made steps in this direction for several centuries now.
And it comes from knowledge that is ready to be internalized and brought into our awareness. For the Peace Shield offers all truths to come into there and to have a seat of respect and honor. And that's where we're at. Native American people have always begun with respect for all of life and all of the differences that each one of us have.
Thank you so much, Rainbow Eagle. I really appreciate you being with us today.
Hope I can do some good for you.
Thank you.
You bet.
And there's more to come.